Hey guys, and welcome. This is going to be a full-on reading for the month of February 2025. I want to dig into love. I want to dig into business, career, and maybe even a general reading to see. And then we'll move on to some oracle pulls to really pull in and solidify these messages today. So we're going to go ahead and get started with a general read for February 2025. Now, this is what is to be expected in this month of love. If you guys have not hit that follow button, make sure to hit that follow button and that subscribe button. It means the world to me. This channel has slowly grown into something so amazing in such a short amount of time. So thank you guys for that. Also, there is a Patreon that you guys can subscribe to get extra benefits, like seeing this early merchandise discounts. You guys also get access to mystical mail. There's tons of stuff that you guys have access to by subscribing to my Patreon. Everything is linked in the bio, so go check that out. All right, I think we're there. I like to try to get in some shuffling because I know that you guys like the shuffling. We're just gonna do a bell to cleanse the energy. Let's see, month of February. Show us what we need to know and what we need to hear. All right, let's see what's going on here. Some of us are searching for answers. Sorry, let me pull this into the frame. Some of us are searching for answers. We've pulled ourselves back because we're unsure of a certain situation going on in our life with the Hermit card. We're wondering what is going to happen, how am I supposed to approach this, whether this is with a person, place, thing, or situation. The Hermit is all about pulling yourself back when things get to be too noisy, when you've lost your way, the fog is too dense to see anything. And the Hermit card is one of those that's all about healing yourself and figuring things out before you make your next steps. And sitting next to it is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is all about understanding that whatever was behind you is no longer serving you. Out with the old and in with the new. It's all about the new going into February. You're searching for answers in the month of February. You're taking your time. You're being cautious about where you're going to go and how you're going to do it. But with the Page of Swords, it's showing us that the old isn't working anymore. Staying in the hermit mode might actually hinder us if we stay there too long. It might actually hurt us in the long run, in the sense that we're holding ourselves back from new opportunities. So maybe when you're in this stage of wondering and seeing how things are supposed to go with the Page of Swords, maybe this is your answer, and this helps to say, oh, okay, the old isn't working for me. This is all about the new. So I need to look at new ways of approaching things, new ways of attempting situations, new ways of communication with those around me. Maybe just an all over changing around my furniture, changing around my schedule, starting to add in things that make you happy. So maybe just an all over clean out and haul of your life in general. And this can include in people as well. And the Seven of Cups really goes along with the Hermit in this situation, in the sense that the Seven of Cups is all about searching for purpose. It's daydreaming. It's seeing all of the opportunities in your cups that you want to come true. This is a form of manifesting, but I very much believe that because these two cards are in between the Page of Swords, I almost believe that I think I know that I think I can say that I think you guys know what you want and where you want to go, but you're scared of maybe pushing forward to these new opportunities and what's to be held. I do like the Seven of Cups, though. This is all about daydreaming and putting things in perspective for you. So I think that a lot of you actually do know where you want to go in the month of February. The month of February is going to bring in some chaotic energies. Things are going to be moving fast and swiftly for you. It might even take you by surprise in the month of February. So it seems like all of this is going to happen happen extremely fast for you guys. The Ace of Cups over here is showing us that there are new chapters coming into your life. So this can be relationships, children, marriage. This could be careers. This could be moving. This could just be new things in your life in the month of February. So is it going to be all of those? No, but it can be some of those. I'm just giving you guys an idea of what I consider a chapter in life. So being overflowing and abundant with your Ace of Cups, knowing that all of the stuff that you've been looking for and hoping for, that is coming to fruition for you. But remember, it comes with change. We can't stay in the hermit mode and stay safe there. We have to push ourselves out of our comfort zone to get the chapters that we're looking for. And if some of you have been really, really worried about finances, or just in general, your abundance, or wondering if all of your hard work is paying off, the Knight of Pentacles is all about saying, yes, you are going to bathe in the fruits of your labor. You are going to stand in your metaphorical garden and see all of these beautiful plants and flowers that you grow in full bloom, that all of that hard work that you have put in is paying off for you. And that this is all about independence, freedom within yourself, that you don't need anybody else to help you get to this point. You have everything in your pocket to create this for yourself. So be proud knowing in the month of February, you will continue to push towards the abundance that you are looking for. Now, I will say though, that we have to be careful with how much we do take on in the month of February though. I think slow and steady, especially when we're coming into these new energies and we're still unsure of where we want to go with these two cards. I think the 10 of Wands is a reminder that things can look more like a burden, that things can be a little too heavy for you. So I would say one thing at a time, slowly but surely take your time with the 10 of Wands. Ask for help when it is necessary. Don't try to do everything by yourself, because then it could become a burden. It becomes something that you're not interested in and you don't want to pursue anymore. So just one thing at a time, because that could ruin your perspective on what you want to do. The Queen of Swords has come out. The Queen of Swords is one of those cards that I always tell people, she's not reaching out with her sword. She's reaching out with her hand, because she knows what she deserves. She knows what she wants. So this is all about your standards, setting that bar, making other people around you understand where you're going. You're either in my way or you're with me at this point. So the Queen of Swords is very much about you taking control of your situation, understanding what it is you want. That's why I was saying, I think that some of you already know the steps you want to take, but maybe you feel like it's impossible to do so. But how are we going to do that? By setting boundaries, by taking a stance, by challenging yourself, by putting yourself in a position to where you say, you know what, I'm going to build this wall. I'm going to tell people that this wall is my boundary, you know, that you're not going to get past it, that I've worked hard for everything I've gotten to this point, and you have to respect my boundaries. You have to respect my hard work and where I am going. But a lot of us are thinking very negatively right now with the Devil card. The Devil card in reverse is very much depressive thoughts. It could even be very darker thoughts. This can even be shadow work going into it. So if we're surrounded by thoughts, or even anybody putting those thoughts into our head, we have to say, you know what? This is not okay. I'm not going to let this negative, lower vibrational energy get to me building my foundation and trusting myself. Looking back at yourself and saying, am I doing everything I need to create this reality for myself in the month of February? Am I bringing in the metaphorical bricks to build the foundation to my empire? Am I trusting myself? Am I looking back at what I need from myself to make sure that this is not affecting this and this? Does that make sense? So we have to push forward. We have to push forward into this. Let's see the outcome here. So I see the Wheel of Fortune is in your favor. The Wheel of Fortune is coming forward saying you're going to break those cycles. You're going to break the cycles that continue to keep you in those vicious, nasty, ugly cycles that are back here with the Devil card. You're going to push through it. Luck is on your side. Fortune, good karma is all on your side. So now's the time to start making these changes back here that we talked about. And the Queen of Wands is all about finding joy and understanding that there is going to be hope, that you are going to push forward with the Queen of Wands. It's all about joy. It's all about understanding that you know what it is that you're going to do, and you're going to push forward and you're going to lead yourself into this position in your life. But with the Temperance card, you're going to find purpose behind it. The Temperance card can mean balance, but in this reading, I believe it means purpose. This is all about what is the meaning and purpose behind everything that you are doing. How are you filling your cups evenly? If it's not making sense to you, take a step back. And this is going to help you be able to assess your situation and say, hey, how is this meaning in everything that I do? Why am I doing everything that I'm doing? And this is going to help tie in all of this. And if it's because you're doing it for somebody else or because you feel like you have to, maybe take a step back and say, okay, well, if I have bills and stuff to pay, and that's obviously something I have to do, why does that mean I have to do it miserably? Right? Can I do this that makes me happy in the month of February? And the answer is yes. You have the luck on your side. You can find the joy in things. You know what you want, and everything's going to happen so fast for you. So don't let your manifestations and daydreaming go to waste. Okay, so make this happen for yourself in the month of February. Okay, so that was the general read. So we're going to push forward into, let's go into love. Let's go into relationships. Remember, there are really no love cards in tarot, but you can definitely read into love. So we'll dig as deep as we can, whether you're in a relationship or you're looking for something new. We'll see how this reading lays out for everybody here. Just gonna make sure that there's a good shuffle here. I know you guys like the shuffling. That's your favorite. It actually is mine too. It's very ASMR, very calming. I like this. And also do know that I do offer private readings as well in my bio. I've slashed prices 50% off. They're already discounted on the site, so you guys can do same hour readings, same day readings. I also offer candles as well as the Mystical Mail. Mystical Mail has about 10 spots left for the month of February. We have almost sold out really, really fast, so go grab that spot. Everything is explained on my website. Okay. Let's do some love. We're going to ring the bell to clear the energy. Let's see what love holds for us in this month of romance. That's maybe not the card that we want to see in the month of February, but we're going to go with it here. So maybe we've got some serious breakups in relationships coming in. Maybe, let me pull these down. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes it's hard for me to see where the camera is. Okay, so I definitely see maybe some breakups and some heartache coming forward in February in relationships. It's wow. Yeah, and we could also be holding on to a relationship as well. Maybe we've already went through the breakup that has happened, and we're still holding on to this person because we're very much in love with them. This is a very, very deep, deep, deep card. So I feel that there is an ending. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of despair when it comes to this card. There's a lot of frustrations and breakups. I definitely feel like going into the month of February, self-love is going to be something to focus on. I understand that Valentine's Day is all about taking you out on a nice date and having a quote-unquote Valentine and getting all these expensive jewelry, but sometimes that's not always what it's about. We have to remember too that love comes from more than just from somebody else. It can also come within ourselves. We have to remember that. So take yourself out on a nice dinner, get yourself a nice treat, get yourself something that you've been wanting. Self-love, Queen of Cups. Remember, abundance is coming in slowly when it comes to relationships right now, but you can create this abundance yourself by following the path. It definitely is coming in very slow and taking its time, considering some of you might have already gone through a heartbreak, or you are slowing down in your relationship and not necessarily seeing the abundance. So we can create this for ourselves. So don't lose hope when it comes to love, okay? we need to take we need to take a seat. We need to reground ourselves when it comes to our relationships or moving forward into love. This is all about sitting down and realigning yourself and understanding where your morals lie, where they align with other people, where they align with yourself. You're so focused on all the noise in front of you that you are forgetting the messages that the universe is trying to give you. So allow these messages to come in. What are you missing? What is so noisy here that we're forgetting back here that we told ourselves a long time ago when it came to relationships and love? The Death card is showing itself, which tells me there is an ending to relationships, or there currently has been an ending, and we're going through the metamorphosis cycle. We're going through the endings, the transitions of the Death card. And the Death card isn't a bad card in tarot. A lot of people think it is, but the Death card is one of those cards that come forward when there are things that are no longer serving us purpose in life, whether it's metaphorically, spiritually, or physically. And it seems like that maybe love life isn't part of February for you guys. It's more about growing, pulling yourself into your cocoon. You are the caterpillar in your cocoon, and you're going to come out with your big, beautiful wings when it comes to love and relationships. So do not go against the death cycle. Allow the death cycle to come in. I will say too, the death card does bring in some chaotic energies. This will bring forward people's energies who maybe necessarily aren't meant to be in your life. So if you see maybe in relationships, people aren't necessarily being the kindest to you, this might be the universe's way of saying, hey, this person is not really serving you purpose. Like, why are we allowing them to be a part of our lives when it comes to the matter of the heart? I believe that the relationship you're in now, or the relationships you're going for, are going to be a lot of work, but it has to be work on both sides. Both sides of the relationship. You can't be the only one putting in all of the work. There is wish fulfillment that comes forward. So do I believe that you guys are going to find love? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen in the month of February? Most likely not, with your Death card and the Three of Swords and your Knight of Pentacles. But I do feel like wish fulfillment is there for you. I do feel like you can find somebody who can fulfill all of your cups and your wishes in a relationship. It's just going to take some time and work from both sides. I feel like that we might have not necessarily found the person we're supposed to be with yet. I do feel like that you guys are going to work hard through those cycles, those ending of those cycles, the things that no longer serve you anymore, right? The Wheel of Fortune is all about breaking those cycles, having good karma coming forward, new things coming forward, luck on your side. And sitting next to it is the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities in love when it comes to abundance. Is it possible in the month of February? Like I said, I'm not really feeling the energy says in the month of February, but I could be wrong. I feel like this is more along the lines of working on ourselves in the month of February, making sure we're putting in the work necessary to bring in the wish fulfillment we're looking for, because there are energies standing in your life right now that are no longer serving you. And I feel like the universe is to play in this. The Tower card is very much an ending of a relationship, a divorce, something that needs to happen, maybe something you weren't expecting at that certain time frame. It definitely is chaotic energy and chaotic endings, but remember, everything happens for us, not to us. The universe saw a path that was not serving you anymore and pushed you metaphorically on a different road and says, I know what's better for you, because you've got this waiting for you over here. You have to trust me and not push against this. Does this suck? Yes, it's going to suck. It's going to hurt. It's not going to feel good. I know this reading makes it sound easy. It's not easy. You've got to go through the work. And I know that love hasn't been easy up until this point for you guys right now, but the month of February isn't always about trying to find that Valentine quickly. Remember, make sure that you take your time finding this person, because it doesn't seem like the people we have in our lives, as far as love life goes, is really meant for us right now. This person is not listening to us. They're not hearing us. They're not making us feel welcome. This person is not doing what we want. They're not listening, right? In a relationship, listening and communication is so very necessary. And we have to start looking more within ourselves and answering questions within ourselves. Is this person fulfilling our wishes? Is this person fulfilling our morals? And do they align with our morals? How can I help myself in the situation? We're not always going to find Prince Charming, and I know that kind of sucks to hear in the month of February, but sometimes we have to be our own Prince Charming. We have to save ourselves and look within ourselves and say, you know what, there's a sense of forgiveness here. I can't beat up on myself all the time, but I can fix the situation for myself. I feel like we are ignoring the signs. We're being delusional in the month of February. We're saying, but I really love this person. This person's for me, but they don't give me anything that shows me love, respect, and kindness, but my heart is saying otherwise. So I'm not going to listen to mental clarity. I'm not going to listen to it. And that's not good, guys. We have to remember, ground ourselves. And why is it so noisy? Is it because they're so cute? Is it because, the way they treat you sometimes, things might be good, but yet they're really, really bad? Other times, like, we've got to start listening to what the universe is trying to tell us, because I can promise you that this relationship will not continue to go the way that you want it to until we break these vicious cycles. So let's say, Luna, I want to be in this relationship with this person. I want to. They treat me like crap, but I really, really want to, right? See how that sounds? But with this, we've got to turn our mental clarity this way. So we have to say, you know what? I don't like being treated like crap. And I know people don't like being treated like crap. That's crazy to say. Nobody likes to be treated that way. But what you have to say to yourself is, does this person treat me with love, respect, and kindness? And if they don't, I've got to have a conversation with them and say, I need new roads. I need new paths with you, because you don't listen to me. You don't make me feel loved, and you don't make me feel respected and loved at all in the slightest. I need new paths, because there's a path out there for me that is brand new, that is going to bring me this. Because you're currently right now not bringing me this. Why is my judgment so clouded? Because they're so cute? Because I can't see past what they're doing to me, the manipulation, the abuse, spiritually, physically, mentally. So sometimes this call might be a wake-up call for some of you to say, listen, you've done what you needed to do, but I really need to listen to the universe right now, because they're telling me this isn't my path. There's somebody else out there who is willing to give me everything I'm looking for. So I need to stop confusing myself and go with what I deserve, which is kindness, love, and respect. So there are new paths out there when it comes to love in the month of February. But you guys have to let these things come to an end and stop pushing against them. I know that's hard to hear. Like I said, I'm one of those psychics that tell you the way it is. I ripped that Band-Aid off. And there's third-party energies. So third-party energies could mean somebody else is involved. This could mean that work is just getting in the way. They're just spending too much time doing anything else but then focusing on you. And that's not really a shock, because they aren't listening to you. They're not giving you the time of day. And the Three of Wands is coming in saying, listen, we're looking for new opportunities. There are other roads out there for you. This road isn't your only road, even though it might feel like it. Even though it might feel like you'll never find anybody else again who is going to treat you badly, right? This is how it sounds, guys, when I'm reading this card. I know that it's hard to hear because, you don't want to hear it, but when people treat you bad, why do you stay with them? Sometimes people don't change, and I think that a lot of people need to understand that and hear that. Can they? Yes. But when the Tower card comes out and the Death card, the universe is saying, honey, they're not going to change, hun. We need to find this person. And this is not the road for you. There's another road open for you. In the end of the day, this is just tarot and guidance. You make the decisions in the life you want, but I can promise you, if you stay on this road, you will continue to be confused, and it will be a cycle that will never end. It'll be good for a little bit, and it'll go right back to the way it was before. So kindness, love, and respect. Okay, that's what we're looking for in the month of February. So take ourselves out on a date. Treat ourselves to a nice dessert. Buy ourselves a nice stuffed animal. Do whatever it is that you need to do to make yourself feel good in the month of February. We're taking back our love life. We're no longer going to be confused and fall in love with somebody who doesn't treat us kindly anymore, right? Right. Okay. We're going to move on to career. I know that was a tough reading, guys. I know it was a tough reading, but, I heard this really interesting saying, and it was actually off of the Supernatural show. If you guys have ever seen Supernatural, it was in season 1, and they were trying to find, Sam and Dean were trying to find their dad, and there was a psychic in town who knew where he was, and the boys happened to come across this psychic, and she made this comment that says, well, honey, people don't go to psychics for the truth. They go to the psychics to feel good. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, isn't that the truth? Like, I feel like there's so many psychics, quote unquote, or tarot readers, quote unquote, who say what people want to hear instead of what they need to hear. So I'm that psychic that will tell you the honest truth and what it is that you need to hear, because at that point, we're just lying to people. And I think that we're not doing our job by giving you guidance. But remember, in the end of the day, you guys get to decide your path. If you want to stay with somebody that treats you bad, that is your right to do so. Okay? So I don't want anybody to think I'm a bad person or poo-pooing on your relationship. I'm just reading the cards as they come up, okay? All right, so let's move on to career here. Make sure to shuffle these really good. Plus, you guys like the shuffling. Okay. I'm gonna ring the bell for clarity. Let's see what it is for career. Show us career and finances. Okay, so we're making movement. We're on the right path. Let's keep pushing forward here, guys. Am I off of the screen again? Always, always. It's hard for me to tell where it is. There we go. All right, guys. So we're headed on the right path. We're headed in the right direction. Let's make sure we're always making movement, swift movement towards the future. So this shows me that we're on the right path. We're doing all the right things as far as money, our thoughts, our career, and things like that. Now, I will say there's a little bit of mental manipulation going on here, whether this is just agreeing to disagree because we're not necessarily agreeing with our bosses, our job, the rules, people around us. Maybe we're just tolerating things. And I really do feel like that maybe at this point we've kind of lost some discipline in the situation. Maybe we've lost our voice a little bit because of this situation. And I would say that this is not going to be a very good outcome if we continue to just agree to disagree with situations because people write our checks. I understand that some of us are stuck in these positions because it is hard to find jobs right now. I totally understand that. But we need to make sure that we work on some discipline. We've given up on our voice and what it is that, stands in our way of happiness. Now, I do believe that there are some new offers and opportunities to be had. And the wand shows me this is the passion. This is what puts the fire in your belly. So obviously it's something you love to do. So this could be a job that you already love to do, but it's the people or situations that make it difficult for you. So where are the new offers and opportunities coming in? Are you looking for something new and different? And it kind of shows me that you are maybe dabbling a little bit and trying to find something else. It's definitely moving slow because I know finding other jobs are hard. But I do feel like if you continue to push down this path, there can be some new opportunities and offers coming in for you in the month of February. Now, I do not feel like you are actually in the position or career you're really, maybe the career, but maybe not the position you're in or the company you're meant to be in. I feel like there's still some new discoveries to be had. There's some new paths that have weeds in front of them that have yet to be knocked down. So I feel like there's some opportunities out there for you. And like I said before, I know that we don't have a lot of control when it comes to career, but the hangman is showing us that, we don't always have control of every situation because of the way careers work. We have to do our job or else we don't pay our bills. So all we can do is kind of surrender at this point in time in February and just kind of let things be. And this also gives us an opportunity to see things from a different perspective. Okay, to hang upside down, see it from a different perspective, and try to look at it from a different way to see how we can create this beginning for ourselves in February. So I think we're going to start the expedition. We're going to start the beginning of this journey in February because we're going to start seeing things differently this month. I know it is causing you a lot of anxiety and stress and it's keeping you up at night. But this is why we have to start making those changes, because we're aware that it's doing this to us, right? We're aware. So maybe we're now going to start making the movement towards finding different paths. And how are we going to do that? Not feed into the illusions and fears. Not feed into the illusions and fears that you're not worthy enough, you're not capable enough, because that's not true. The moon card, remember, the moon is still bright. The moon will always cast light on the shadows in the dark to illuminate your path. So do not let these illusions and fears get in the way of these new opportunities and paths that you are going to be trudging through, right? And you are evolving and changing as a person. Okay, you're looking for something new. You're wanting to create something new. Somebody, I feel like you already know what you want to do. And now it's time to start asking questions. How did that person get to this point? How did you learn to do this? It's now all about new opportunities and learning and putting yourself out there and, you know, finding that abundance and start making things happen. Start saving money, putting things away. You know, put money away in February. Start saving as much as you can, because there is a cycle coming to an end for you. And this is a good cycle. We're coming to closures. We're coming into our alignment now. We're opening up to a new cycle. We get to decide where we want to go in the month of February. We're starting to create this new path for ourselves. And how are we going to do that? By not letting it get to us, by taking all of this stuff that's mentally holding us back and throw that crap off the boat and keep rowing. We're not looking at it. We're not looking at it. We're not turning around to say goodbye to it. This is definitely not serving us. I'm not really one to tell people to move on from something, because I feel like you do have to feel your emotions. You do have to feel through it. You have to push through it and find peace and growth out of it. But this situation is not worth your time. It's just causing you more heartache and stress than it is good. So why are we trying to work through it? Okay, sometimes we just need to allow the endings to be endings. And because this has been such a painful process, we're so used to it that we continue to keep going back and trying to fix something that isn't meant to be fixed. We have to find somewhere that makes us seen and heard. This is my celebrity card in my sense. This is when people see you, hear you, understand you. This is the card that people are going to gravitate towards you. You're going to be a magnet. Now's the time to take all of this and turn this into something new. How can I take what I have, speaking in third person, and move it into here? How can I show who I am to other people? How can I use that to my potential to keep moving forward? Definitely pushing forward to what makes you happy and what puts that fire in the belly. What is your passion? We have to do what makes us happy. What is it you've always wanted to do? Because there are celebrations to be had. Little celebrations, happiness coming in for you when it comes to career. Like I said, I just don't think we're doing exactly what we thought we were going to do yet. But look at that. Hope, faith, renewal, rebirth. Your wishes are being heard and listened to. But we can't let people take advantage of us. We cannot let people take advantage of us. We have to say no. But then again, on the flip side, this card can also mean to allow people to help you. So if people are willing to come in and help you, allow them to. But I feel like you guys are going to find what it is you're looking for. So we've got to follow that path. We got to follow that path of our heart. And we got to push towards what makes us happy. Because the Ace of Pentacles is solidifying new offers and opportunities are to be had for you in the month of February. Okay? So this is our career reading. Best of luck to you guys. I know the career stuff is really tough right now. Really, really tough right now. Okay, so we are going to move on to some oracle card pulls here. Let's move on. So I'm going to pull very many different oracle decks and just kind of read into them and just see where this lays. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm just going to pull each and every single card and you just kind of see where this resonates in your life. We're going to pull a spirit animal card. I love this deck. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys know what your spirit animal is. Mine is the spider. And people always ask me like, oh, well, how do you pay attention to your spirit animal? Well, it's not like I wanted the spider, but spiders always come to me in my dreams. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention when you're out in nature, even meditating can be that too. So we're gonna ring the bell. Let's see, spirit animal here. exploration is the hippopotamus. This is you have become bored with your life. You have to create power to stir things up and revitalize everything. You can do this by starting new projects, setting new goals, and making spiritual connections. This actually really goes hand in hand with almost all the readings that we did with the love. You know, think of the love reading. You know, we have to come into our power. We have to start by thinking new, by looking at new ways and opportunities. And the general reading, again, looking for new opportunities. That's what the whole entire general reading was. And just the career, exploring new opportunities, grounding yourself, you know, coming back to what makes you happy. I think the month of February is definitely exploring new things, new opportunities for yourself. Even if the energy isn't coming forward positive in the month of February, even when it comes to love or certain things, it's definitely all about, okay, well, if it seems negative now, I've got to turn this around and make this into something that is positive. I've got to change around my energy in the month of February. So these are my angel number cards. I love my angel numbers. These things are awesome. These are my favorite. Okay, so let's ring the bell here. Do you guys see angel numbers on the clock all the time? Because I feel like I see them all the time. So tell me which ones in the comment section below that you guys see. Ooh, okay. The first one to pop out is 9999. Realistic, achievable goals, accept. In the pursuit of a positive life, it's important to be realistic about your abilities and limitations. Set achievable goals and make practical plans to reach them. Also learn to accept the things that are beyond your control with peace. Again, I really feel like this card goes with all of the readings that we went with. You know, even with the career reading with the hangman, sometimes we can't always control the situation. All we can do is just see things from a different perspective. Let the universe help us with stuff, you know, but set achievable goals, you know, especially with a general reading and the 10 of Wands. Don't overburden yourself. One thing at a time. It's all going to get done one way or the other. So 999. So maybe look out for nines this month and see if you see them like on license plates or different things. Okay, let's pull a crystal card. Let's see what type of crystal we should be holding in our pocket. I absolutely just adore this crystal deck. It's such a beautiful deck. You know, it's so interesting. I find myself pulling almost the same crystals all the time, and I know that I haven't seen all of the cards in this deck yet, but it's just so interesting how certain cards pull out. Okay, let's ring this one. Let's see what crystal we should be looking for in the month of February. Ooh, blue lace agate. What a beautiful card. Check that out. It looks like an expensive one too. A lot of oracle decks do come with cards, so we're going to look up blue lace agate, which is number 21. So maybe also look for numbers 2 and 1 in the month of February. So blue lace agate, just relax. The world is filled with stress and frantic energy. It can be hard to find calm in the storm, but when all else fails, just breathe. Stay aware of the signs of rising stress or anxiety that are unique to you, so you can nip them in the bud when you are feeling overwhelmed. Take a break and breathe. Do whatever your mind and body need in order to restore a sense of calm. Breath work or meditation can bring you back to your natural state of well-being. There is a power in stillness and in quiet. Tap into that and don't forget to breathe. And that's so crazy because we did talk about meditation, going back to yourself. Now, I know there's some affirmations in here and some core questions. So here are some questions maybe to ask yourself in the month of February. When you are most relaxed, how can you de-escalate things when you are feeling stress or anxiety? And what brings you calmness? So ask yourself those questions in the time of February when you find yourself in situations that are just too much. And then here's some affirmations. I show up for life, calm and present. Today, when I feel stress coming on, clench your fists in a ball, inhale deeply, and release both your breath and your fist. Repeat these 3 times. I love that. You know, it's almost giving us permission to say it's okay to feel frustrated and angry. And I know that that's such a cliche saying, but it's true. It is okay to feel frustrated sometimes and know that you're in a time of frustration. And all you have to do is just accept it and take a deep breath and move forward. So this is another one of my decks. This is a witchy deck. This one also came with a book as well. So we'll read into this. Okay, the blood trail, magnificence. Let's see. I'm gonna pull the book here. It's not that one. It's not that one. Here we go. Let me try to find it here. $43. Almost there. Or maybe not. Let me find it. Okay. Sorry guys, just 1 second. 110. Got it. Okay. Close your eyes and imagine how people and generations had occurred for you to be alive today. Your ancestral lineage goes back for thousands of years, all the way back to the first woman and man. And within all those generations were every kind of person you can imagine: business owners, teachers, rebels, revolutionaries, inventors, healers, heroes, hunters, gatherers, maybe even royalty, all coming together, sharing their blood to form one magnificent being, which is you. You are connected to something greater than just yourself and have the strength, wisdom, and glory of all your ancestors backing you up. Do not doubt how powerful your existence is. Through the blood trail, you have the DNA of any kind of person you wish to be. It doesn't matter how far removed your ancestors are, they have offered their greatness to you through your familiar ties and will support you in your efforts to achieve all dreams. If you have felt lost or confused, insecure or vulnerable, reach out to your ancestors and ask them to share their collective power with you. When you are troubled, give your worries to them and ask them to clear your path. And when you are experiencing joy, rejoice with them and thank them for their strengths and talents they have offered you through the blood flowing through your veins. Pulling this card serves as a hello from your ancestors, as an invitation to commune with them more often. If you don't already have one, build an altar in honor and spend time at the sacred place in the coming weeks. Notice how you experience more clarity, direction as you spend more time with your ancestors. And some of the other common cards is a midnight moth of spiritual alignment when you have asked for the ideal in this time. So I love that. I love that our ancestors are coming forward, that people have fought for us to be here and do what we do now. So that's such a beautiful card. I love that message. I'm actually kind of speechless on that one because that was such a beautiful, beautiful card. Okay, let's pull more spiritual decks here. I just have a bunch of different little spiritual decks. All right. Magical Spirit Oracle deck. All right, the Seeker. I love this one. You could surrender just a bit more. The Seeker. Okay, so let's see where I can find the Seeker. This one is 36. This is 122. A lot of twos coming in this reading right now. Okay, the third eye does not look in order to see. Instead, it feels and knows. It is the most mystical of all spiritual symbols and is the seeker of our world, the part of us that brings us to higher understanding and connects us with the divine if we allow it to. The seeker archetype is the cloaked being who can travel between realms, the one who uncovers universal magic and mysteries, the finder of Atlantis in the sea, the opener of ancient books even when the world tells them not to. They travel to forbidden and uncharted lands when others are too fearful to do so. Ironically, our human nature and our own two eyes can often get in the way of our seeking. Part of learning to see with our third eye is actually to close our own, to get out of the way of boxed-in thinking, rationalizing, and overanalyzing. Reasoning and logic are not what carry us into the magical realms. It is the surrendering to spirit and quieting our mind so we can open up to the mysterious. The one who learns does not see by using their third eye connecting with spirit. Notice that the goddess in the artwork is crying. She cries tears of awe and wonder at what she is seeing. Her third eye, wide open and looking toward the heavens, is symbolic of the heightening understandings and awakenings we are capable of receiving. A release of tears flowing downwards allows for the rise, the third eye seeing upwards. Observe how the goddess becomes the horizon. She is the rising sun with a renewed sense of optimism for life. The sun is within her mouth, as though she will speak, express, and sing about her powerful experiences. The surrendering and releasing rather than controlling and consuming is how she achieved it. And she asks you, could you surrender just a bit more? Here's some manifestations that might enhance this. It would be wise to continue practicing the release of yourself to spirit. The best way to achieve your third eye is to get your mind out of the way. Let yourself get carried away within the magic of every present moment. Try to get through a whole day of not judging, forcing, or overanalyzing anything. If you pay attention, you will be surprised by how much you do. Spirit would rush in if only it had the room to. Wow, we've got some very deep messages this month. Very deep messages from our ancestors and the universe with our third eye. That's such a beautiful reading. Okay, we're going to pull from our Earth and Bone Oracle, which is just so beautiful. Love this one with the blue foil on the side. A lot of oracle cards come with books because there's so much to be said that can't be written on the cards. So it's pretty common to find books with them. Let's see what the Earth and Bone Oracle has. The Rider, which is movement. Ooh, look how serious he is. Which is movement, quick decisions, and progress. Okay, so this one is 12. Let me see where we have to look for 12 here. 36. Perfect. All right, you are on the right path for your freedom. You only need to preserve and put in the work. Focus on what you love doing. Don't let anything steer you away. Your fears are valid and relevant, but they do not hold power over you. What do you fear? Do not let it stop you. What gives you anxiety? Just recognize it, attack it, and do it. You are learning how to strategize. You are beginning to understand where action and energy need to go and be self-sustaining. This energy is fast-paced and can't be slowed. Your spirit guide is saying that you need to practice meditating more often and clear distractions to create a stillness and space to hear them. You may be blocked by electronic devices or distractions and too much opposing energy that is getting in the way. You need to free yourself of toxins and poor particle waves interfering with spiritual messages. Let go of the worry. You are strong and powerful. And the affirmation behind this is, my consciousness expands daily. I am only limited by my limits I put on myself. That's so crazy because in a lot of the readings today, we did talk about meditating and putting yourself back and allowing those messages to come forward. There's so much noise in front of you. I remember saying that in the reading. So I love how this just solidifies what we were talking about. Okay. Let's see here. We've got our Moonology deck here. A lot of people might have seen this one. This one is a really popular deck within the community. This is Moonology Oracle cards. So we're going to pull based on what the moon is saying this month. All right, let's see. All right, luck is on your side, the moon in Sagittarius, which happens to be my sign. What is your guys' Sagittarius signs? Comment below. Let me see if I can find this. Let's see, Sagittarius, new moons. The new moon in Sagittarius, 58. All right, whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks. Be careful you don't bet the farm on something here. as the Wheel of Fortune is still spinning. And we've pulled the Wheel of Fortune like 3 times today, guys. This card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas and others, or just thinking about your own prophecies. Perhaps it is time to change your mind about something important. It can also be a signal that a trip is coming up. If that's something you're working to achieve, but the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means wandering your new world. Count your blessings, literally write them down and say them out loud. Additional meanings to this card can be you need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course of studying or teaching. Don't be narrow-minded. Start a week of gratitude by practicing via Facebook journaling or blog. And the teaching, the Sagittarius is a sign of fun, travel, exploration, and great cosmic quest. It is a sign of big ideas. Its energy is expansive, upbeat, lucky, and divine. The new moon in Sagittarius excludes all this, as does this card whenever you draw it. Nothing is set in stone. With Sagittarius as an optimistic energy, could attract all manners of good things if you tap into the energy by expecting the best. So manifesting the best, guys. And we will end off this reading on some time frames here. Now, when it comes to time frames, I always just tell people, please take the time frames with a grain of salt. This is really just for fun. When it comes to time frames, remember, every single decision you make from here on out, every minute and second, can evolve and change time frames. I just like to do time frames because some people do enjoy it. Okay. All right, let's see what some time frames we need to look out for. So December and 9 months are 2 time frames that are coming forward. This could automatically mean something to you. Like me, my birthday's in December. Some of you might be pregnant. There just could be many different readings behind this, okay? So we'll look into it with that. I just want to say thank you guys so much for staying for this whole entire reading. Oh my goodness, you guys are troopers and badass, so thank you so much for that. Please make sure to check out some of my other social media. I am on TikTok and Instagram under Spookyluna. I do also have a YouTube channel, which you guys are watching this on right now, so make sure to subscribe and follow to those. Very soon, I will be joining the Neptune app under the username Tarot, so you can go find me there here in April. Really excited for that, as well as please go check out my Patreon. As I explained before, Patreon comes with a lot of extra added goodies. You guys get free mini readings every month. You get 3 questions guaranteed every month when I go live. You guys get access to mystical mail. You also get access to my Discord. There's so many things you guys get access to for a small amount. There's a few different tiers you can choose from. It also helps me put a roof over my head and feed me as well. So I do appreciate that and being part of my community. I hope your guys' February is nothing but short of amazing, full of love, kindness, and awesomeness and abundance more than anything else. Yes, I just want to say I love you guys so much, and to all of my Patreon subscribers, you guys are the best. I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Yes, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much.